That's the Vatican in the back, which means only one thing. The Bond experience has gone to Rome to experience Rome as only James Bond can. David Zaritsky from the Bond Experience. Welcome to Rome. We're standing here not only in front of the Vatican, which is amazing in and of itself, but we are here when the nighttime scene when Bond is trying to escape from Hinks in his Aston Martin, being chased right in front of Rome. And it's really the first time that the audience gets a feeling of, oh my gosh, they were allowed to film in Rome. You see the Aston Martin do a kind of a Tokyo drift right here, and then chase right by the Vatican. They closed it down just for Bond because, my gosh, it's Bond. And then they go careening through the streets. We're actually going to see some of the locations of the streets and take you through different aspects of Rome. By the way, we're going to have a whole triptych of all the different places we're going to be going in Europe for Bond. You're going to notice that we're wearing all of our brown. This is the Sebastian in toweling. You saw the Sebastian in linen before. First of all, mad props, I don't know if that's right, to All of Our Brown for giving us these clothes to field test here in Europe. It's hot today, so the toweling Sebastian is perfect. This is a gray tone. It almost has kind of like a green puce. It hits perfectly correct. And of course, it's All of Our Brown. So it's got that fit because it's a Bond brand, so they have to represent. Anyway, let's go take a look a little bit closer to Bond in Rome. So of course, this shot is lit at night. It's actually kind of good that you're seeing it during the day. So they come around over here, and interestingly, it's all empty, which obviously never happens so close to the Vatican. And then they go down at a Tokyo drift past here, and then right alongside that building, they hit that street over there. Oh, it's 009 in Rome.
Imagine that.
What are the odds? Okay, not far from the Vatican. This is the road that Bond pushes the Fiat, and he's still continuing to push the Fiat, and literally right here. So this is the road that Bond pushes the Fiat, and perfect timing, there's an actual Fiat coming. So instead of turning right like he would, Bond pushes him right here against this area right here. The guy gives a little sigh of relief, and then the airbags blow. But this is the exact area. Very fun. But this is the whole Fiat Pass, so we're going to actually go up here and take a look. So we're actually heading opposite to where the Bond Fiat would have been pushing, so they would have been pushing towards behind me. But this will give you an idea of the route that it took. It's very thin here. In fact, as the cars go by, we have to stand to the side here, and it just gets pushed right up there. So the Fiat comes around this corner and gets pushed. Bond is trying to escape from Hinks, but it'll give you an idea. They had to have really driven down here in a very precarious manner. And this is actually where the Fiat first appears. Bond thinks he's trucking along down here. Fiat appears here, slows him up, and then they've got the really slow roll going all the way down, but you can see how long that is of a path. So say what you want about the car chase, this is actually one of the coolest parts. This is where Bond actually comes down this road over here and then does the jump and smashes into a car. I know you remember that. He was kind of distracted and he actually careens off here. They did this. They actually smashed into a car. And luckily there's one part here because we're going to show you this is a real thing. This is not a stunt jump.
Sono Giuliano.
Come over here. And now we'll get this point of view over here. All right, so we are now below Bond level. If you can swing around to here. Sorry. So you can see over here, there's the ledge right there. You can see how the car would have come over here, smashed through the car, and then just kept going down the street here. Take a look down the street, and this is where Bond would have continued. It's very cool, and what I love about it, it's real. I mean, this was not, you know, a stunt jump or anything like that. It was something that they actually established, and there it is right there. Very cool. Okay, we're here where Bond actually drives to the funeral, and you can see the arc in back of me. Interestingly enough, these are cobblestone. This is always closed to most traffic. So for filming, they had to have opened all of this up for Bond to drive in and around it. You can see that it's closed right now. So this is just the beginning of some of the special treatment that the Bond folks had in coming here. But you can see there's nothing better than actually having that Colosseum view to say Bond has arrived in Rome. Take a look at that. Okay, you're in a very special spot right now. You're along the Tiber River. Now, say what you want about the car chase in Spectre. This is the part where basically Bond winds up in the Tiber River. A little bit farther up the Tiber River, that's where Hinks's car gets on fire. Finally, one of the Q gadgets works. And then Bond basically sees this big edifice, this thing in the road, and then goes off. So we're going to take a closer look at that area, but basically this bridge right here marks the spot where it all happened. So probably really difficult to see with the sun, the way it's angled right now, but down there is where Hink would have caught on fire, and here's where Bond wound up in the drink. But as promised, we're going to get a closer look. So Bond's coming down here, he's racing down, and here's where the obstacle's in the way, and he winds up in the water right there. So it's a clear shot. What's nice is you can find this on the waypoint and actually walk down to where Bond went into the water, where Hinks steps out of the car, all smoking. It's a really cool moment. Very easy access, highly recommended. And by the way, lots of great alleys around here to really find yourself a drink or coffee or some other appropriate libation. Well, that just gives you a very small snapshot of James Bond's Rome. Why a snapshot? Because we just didn't have time to do everything. We didn't go to Sciarra's funeral area. We didn't go down where the Aston Martin shoots down the steps when the Jaguar is chasing him. There was a couple places that we skipped because this is a couple's vacation. So that's the secret, is to really pepper the great things with a little bit of Bond in between, and I think we gave you enough flavor. And by the way, you should explore it on your own because, you really got to get to know those areas. For example, we're not in Rome anymore. We're in Florence. We've moved on. This is Florence in back of me. You thought it was Rome? See, you really do need to visit. But that being said, we're off to another Bond location. It's a place that Danielle and I have always wanted to visit, Siena, Italy, and we're going to explore that with you. Couple moments of James Bond, maybe more than just a couple. Anyway, this has been David Zaritsky signing off from Florence now. We'll see you very soon. Take care. Oh, hey, you're still here. I didn't even know. You listen, while you're here, if you want, so I would actually go to this button right here and click on it, because then you actually subscribe to our vlogs. It's amazing. You get to see all the upcoming stuff first. You get notifications. It screams at you while you're at work. It's absolutely amazing. Just click on this button, hit subscribe. Just move your cursor, move